Prayers out for our real men doing what they gotta do. While on this app, we have men of age acting worse than our kids do. Demanding respect by acting a fool. Saying they're the alphas running the pack, but in reality, they're on their knees. Couldn't run the trap, now they're just a tease. So here's a shout out to the real men out there who handle their business without care. While the fake alphas talk a big game, but in the end, they're all just the same. So keep doing you, real men of the world, and let the fake ones continue to twirl in their own little fantasy land, while the real men rise and take a stand. Prayers out for our real men, may they always shine bright and leave the fake alphas in their own little plight. There once was an ex-cop so old who laid icy tears so cold. He loved the little old lady in the garden. Together they played victim begging pardon. Mad at a celebrity who didn't care. They protected predators, it wasn't fair. He agreed and took sides with a man in his 40s who admitted to doing inappropriate deeds with a minor. Oh please, oh how do we respect such a man who hurts our angels? It's not the plan. Lost and confused, he needs a hand to find his cucumber, oh so grand. Maybe gardening will teach him so well to be a man and stop the spell. Speaking on woman who didn't bother him, let's help him find his way with a grin. Give him something to tell. In the real world, street justice will be swift for predators to prey on the innocent gift. But on this app, it's a different tale, where predators hide behind the digital veil. Men and women admit to their inappropriate deeds. With minors, they praise and protect their misdeeds. While warriors fight to protect our angels online, predators lurk, waiting for their next vile crime. To all the warriors, keep standing tall, protecting our kids, never letting them fall. Let's watch over our children with care and show the predators we won't let them dare. Just try us. So keep fighting for our kids' rights and keep them safe from the online frights. Let's show these predators they have no respect and keep our children safe from their neglect. Older folks with no dignity demanding respect with no humility, thinking they're the bee's knees, but really they're just a bunch of sillies. Bishops preaching from the Bible but acting like they're in denial, talking to young men like they're in jail, ignoring coffins in their tail. Grown men gossiping about the dead, forgetting every action has a thread. Demanding respect without honor, thinking they're untouchable online, what a goner. But little do they know, their antics will show. No matter where they hide, their true colors will be spilled. The older men I admire carry themselves with grace. They know who they are and where they're going in this race. They won't bash women, they know when to walk away and when to stand and fight. They show us a better way. Not every battle is meant to be won. They've earned respect with honor, while on this app some older men seek attention, causing drama, arguing with women, bouncing on rainbows it seems. How can we respect that and keep our dreams? Let's learn from the wise and carry ourselves with pride, respecting others, showing love and letting our true selves shine bright. I don't know why men come online and be messy, but women do it too, so let's not get testy. These older folks run plays trying to deceive, but when we catch on, they play the victim. Can you believe? How can we respect those who bully and bash? They turn around and act like they're the ones with the stash. Demanding respect because of their age, forgetting respect has no numbers, it's not a cage. So where do we go from here? I'm at a loss, standing up and fighting back no matter the cost. We won't be pushed around, we won't be swayed. Respect is earned, don't demand it, that's how we'll stay. So let's not be fooled by the games and their lies. We'll stand tall and strong with truth on our side. No more playing the victim, no more meek. We'll rise above with dignity and speak. For in this online world where things can get messy, we'll hold our heads high and always stay classy. Respect is a two-way street, it goes both ways. Oh, these older folks online, I just can't seem to find any respect for them in my mind. They act like freaks, creeps, and predators all the time. I'll stick to my real elders who carry themselves with grace, not those who make me shudder with their online disgrace. I'll look up to those who deserve it, not those who act like fools. I'll keep my distance from the perverts and stick to the golden rules. So to the older men and women online, I'll just say no thanks. I'll keep my respect for those who shine and leave the rest to their pranks. For my real elders, I'll always hold dear, and to the others, I'll just stay clear. I'll keep my distance, have no fear, and let them carry on with their freak show. So here's to respecting our true elders and leaving the rest in the past. I'll keep my distance from the online swindlers and keep my respect for those I trust. I cannot believe, never in my life did I think that I would lose respect for so many elders like on this app. Never in my life did I think that I would lose respect for so many elders in my life, like on this app. Shout out to Miss Selena. Blessings. How you doing? EJ, baby. He in the building.
EJ, you always doing stuff, something. How you doing, Miss Rachel? How are you?
chilling. I'm chilling. I guess I had to do this because I guess some people are stuck in the past, and I'm not gonna let them sit here and have them like how can I say bring my name down like that when at the end of the day I'm an activist here fighting for our kids. Like I don't sit here and ask or beg nobody for nothing. I don't even throw my channel on people's pages for respect.
Right. What happened for you said somebody they
No,
trying to
because
bring
I
in the
was chilling.
past?
Yeah, I was chilling at we was chilling on Barbie Girl Trina's I think it was yesterday morning. Trina,
Hmm.
they did the Matrix, but they a lot of people in that chat. I'm not sure if they from Johnny Blaze or what, but they stuck on the motherfucking past.
Well, I would say a little bit more, but
So
I'll probably put it in a private chat. But you have a lot of people that are they're under troll names, so they'll change accounts, the accounts that you know them from, and they'll
yeah,
get up under these troll accounts. So when you say, for instance, if you're up on somebody else's panel, they'll come like in the chat saying all kind of outrageous stuff. And those are just cowards. I mean, to me, it's like if you got something to say to me, come under your name. Come on, let me see your face.
that's
And
what I
most of the
said.
time, yeah, most of the time, the people that are talking about you, they have no life. They're miserable. They're unattractive. And but and they're cowards because they can't say they can't show you who they are. And we got, as I always said, we got these keyboard gangsters. These people that got so much to say, but would they have that same energy if they was right in your face? Like, no,
That's
they
a
wouldn't.
fact.
Most of them.
That's what I tell people. Like
Mhm.
I tell people like it's like y'all look for this beef and y'all can't handle the smoke. I tell people, look, I stay quiet, especially with my elders, not because I'm
Mhm.
scared, because I have a tongue. Like I have look, listen, man, I know my tongue. And it has no
Mhm.
filters, it has no hairs in it. So when I go
Right.
off, I goes off and people like, damn, like, oh, listen, man, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. But at the end of the day, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And if your shit stinks, it fucking stinks. I don't fucking pick sides.
Right. And the thing was, some of the people that I know one person you were affected by. I had the same thing that happened to me. I was trying to bring two female content creators because the older lady asked me to reach out to her for some reason, and she got me confused. She was doing a live thinking she was talking about me, but it was another person that did not get along with their mother. So she thought it was me, and she did a live. Then the next day she's like, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't offend you. Because it was like after the Mother's Day. And the live was, I hate Mother's Day. And that was the thing that I said in the chat. But the reason why I said it, that I hate Mother's Day, because my mother's deceased. So when I said that, the other person that she was talking about, she was the one that didn't get along with her mother, and she hadn't talked to her mother in years and all of this. So she was talking, she used what I said in the title, and then but she thought she was talking about me, but she was talking about this other person, about them not getting along with their mother and stuff like that. So, and it was around Mother's Day weekend. And so she asked me to call her, and this is the first time that I ever even talked to anybody behind the scenes. And I'm like, I'll question, why do you want me to talk to you, call you? And she was like, oh, I just want to apologize. I need to, you can hit me up on Instagram. So that's exactly what I did. She tried to pry, get in my, personal information. I kept it surface. And I said, well, since we're talking about this, let me ask you this: because I was rocking with two of those content creators at the time. You probably know the other one. I don't, because I did a couple of lives on her. I kind of had to explain the history on that. But anyway, I don't talk to this other content creator anymore. She was in this sector and she tried to get back in, but she couldn't get back in all the way. But to make the long story short, I was trying to connect them two together because at the time they were at odds with each other. And I said, you talk about women empowerment, how we as women can talk and talk things through. I said, would you consider talking to this person? Talk to the other content creator, and then then she agreed. And then I told that the older lady, and she agreed. They had a conversation. Everything went well. They squashed their beef. The same day, that evening, the afternoon, I was at work, and she did a live talking about, let me tell you about this messy ass supporter.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So I'm looking at the title. I said, I know this heifer better not be talking about me because it wasn't nothing messy I did. I didn't say nothing bad about her to her. I didn't say nothing bad about. I was trying to bring them two together, and I gave the other person the information to contact the other person. So they ended up talking, and they ended up squashing it. Everything was good. So I was trying to figure out how was I being messy because I wasn't saying anything bad or talking about either one of them to either one of them. I just felt like I was in both of their chats, right? And it was just a little awkward. And I knew how the older lady was, and I kind of had an idea how the other woman was too. But you know how people are when you in another content creator's chat that they don't like. It kind of puts you in a situation, and some content creators don't mean to do it, or some people do, but it's like you don't want to feel like you being two-faced, or because people be tripping, like if you in somebody's chat that they don't like and vice versa.
You're
So
not wrong, but you know what messes me up? How they come at the people that's not picking a side, but they don't come at the people that's bringing them down. Y'all want to bully the people that's right here, not
yeah,
picking a side, but y'all want to kiss ass to the ones and then be friends. This app is like so backwards. Like, all right,
right,
I get the term, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, but shit, friends like that and enemies like that, who needs friends? I mean, who needs fucking enemies? Shit.
child, I'm telling you, I've learned so much on this app, and if I could go back and change the hands of time, it would be so many, not so many, but it would be a few people that I would have never talked to ever, not behind the scenes ever. If I could look at a crystal ball. But the thing about it is sometimes, a lot of times, God gives us discernment, and we be feeling something in our gut, but sometimes we overthink it, and we don't pay attention to the signs. We don't pay attention to actually what is going on. We think we are, but we're not really paying attention. And then we get into these situations with people that seem like they're okay, that seem like they're really trying to be nice or a giver or they're a good person, when actually they're a wolf in sheep clothing.
That's a fact.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Meeting some people behind the scenes, good people, is few and far between, and it's really sad, but you kind of, sometimes you can almost can't give people a chance because sometimes you just don't know. You could
Yeah.
be risking your reputation because this person, let's just say for instance, if you have a vulnerable point in your life like you did with your situation, and you're telling her all your business and telling her the things you're struggling with.
I'm glad I didn't tell her everything. Shit.
Exactly. As soon as you piss her off or she feel a way about you, you gonna see either your name in a live, or you're gonna see
Oh,
something, a statement.
that's what happened though. Like, see, my thing is like I told people, right? The whole shit
Hmm.
happened with me and the lady, right? Like they be like, "Oh, you scammed her. She did this," and then no, listen, man. The whole GoFundMe thing happened, and it happened months before, and I stopped it with her,
Hmm.
right? And I was nice about it. I left it alone because at the end of the day, she was going around the bushes. She was beating around the bushes when I was asking her questions about the situation that was going on, about why people was taking money back, da 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 da. Da. And I had to find out shit for myself. And I did. I
Hmm.
learned a lot by going to people's panels and listening and watching and then
Hmm.
starting, then I learned about the one that she was with, Humpty Dumpty. Then I learned a lot about everything else. But that whole day when that whole situation happened, right? I sat here and
Mhm.
I got on a live and I told everybody, look, listen, I don't know what's going on. I'm not a part of no play. I'm not like, listen, I gave an honest opinion. That's it. This lady called my phone and started yelling and screaming while I was on a live up with Johnny Blaze. That's where everything went left. Then it turns out that because I was on Lonnie's panel, I was watching Barbie Girl Trina. I didn't want to call her a man. I was, watching all of y'all, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, so what the fuck is the problem with everybody else? I hear what y'all saying, but at the end of the day, a lot of these people, fuck the beef, they got good topics. Why can't I watch them? I was like, I threw
You
the beef
know,
to the side. It's not my fucking beef.
yeah, it's not. And some of these content creators want your beef to be theirs, and it can't.
But I
You
don't have
know,
a beef. Like, do y'all see how long I've been on this YouTube? This channel says like
right?
2019, probably. My other channel, I've
Hmm.
been on this John since 2016, since my son's situation. That channel had almost 2,000 to 3,000 can I say subs before I went to KB. That's why I keep telling
Right,
people, y'all keep thinking KB put me up. KB didn't do nothing but give me some advice that I listened to and it helped out. So I thanked him. Now, if it didn't happen
right,
like that to y'all, that's not my fault. I go by what I went through,
exactly.
what I experienced. Now, if y'all experience
Right.
something else with him, I can't help that part. I'm not obsessing over a celebrity. I didn't even know the man was a fucking celebrity. Like on some
Mm,
shit, I just followed a message. I found him on
right.
Tasha K. I'm watching celebrity gossip. I'm thinking the Bulls a celebrity, not an NBA player. Celebrity
Hmm.
to be a celebrity and an NBA player is two different things. He's an athlete, not a damn celebrity.
Hmm. Right.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
no way. That's why I'm like, okay, I want to
Yeah.
call him a celebrity. Go ahead, but he's an athlete.
Yeah. And you, like I said, you live and you learn. Like, Cutting Edge was saying, I lived and I learned, but I tell you, some lessons is just not worth having to go through if you could avoid it. And I got myself in a lot of binds trying
Me too.
to be a decent person, I would say, and not try to be like what they painted me out to be. I used to like to flirt in the chat and just to have fun. You can't do that. People think you're a thought. The rumor was I was a thought and a YouTube whore. I was, I had a prostitution ring.
Damn.
She said, I mean, and it's not just her. It's a couple others as you might know, that have did a lot of spit a lot of narratives on me, and I still have to continue to still have to deal with it. And it's not woe is me. I'm just saying how this this thing on YouTube, these lies on YouTube, they can take legs and run. I
Yep.
mean, you'll have people, you have no idea who they are. Like I said, they hide up under a troll name and they can't stand you. They hate you. And you've never met these people. That's how much demonic energy is on this app. I didn't come on here wanting to be known. I can tell you that much.
That's what I be
I
telling
did
people.
not.
Like, if I'm gonna be known, let it be known for the right reasons, not the wrong ones.
Right.
Like, I ain't ashamed to say that shit.
Mhm. No, you ain't lying. I didn't come on here to want to be known like that. I started my channel because I was getting a guy in his group was doing lives on me, saying all kinds of narratives and all this. So I took up for myself and I got my own, channel. And where I could talk about whatever I want to talk about and defend my name, but not only defend my name, change what the evil wanted. The evil wanted to turn me down, and that's what sometimes it will try to do to you. People that have a lot of darkness, they'll try to tear you down. But that's why we do, you and me and others like Former Nancy and Marissa, we do content that changes the narrative. So even though we've had like things to happen to us where people tried to drag our name through the mud, we turned it around for good. And that was my goal of doing, getting my own channel, because I'm like, I'm not gonna have these people keep saying stuff about me and let it be okay.
But it's
This
like,
is not okay.
Now,
you
Selena,
know.
like if you even peep, Miss Selena, like what you're doing could really even pop off. It's gonna take it'll take one video. That's all it takes. One video that you make might pop off and make your channel blow. Like I'm talking about the positive channels. It takes a long time for them to blow up, right? But they do
Yeah.
get there. And I've had a lot of people like when I was getting ready to quit before the whole KB situation, because I did take a whole break, like a year break, because I was dealing with the Hassan Campbell and all that shit. People was throwing
Mhm.
my past in my face, and I'm saying, I'm like, yo, as a survivor, how do I deal with people online without, lashing out and reacting to what they say? So I took advice from
Mhm.
somebody, and I took a year off. And when I came back, that's when I met KB through Tasha K and all that, because I was always watching Tasha K. So it's kind of like,
Mhm.
everything went left. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I've never seen so many disrespectful. I didn't even know there was a beef channel until 2 years later after I,
Mhm.
came into the sector. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? I'm like, I
Right.
want to blame Tasha K, then I want to blame KB, but at the end of the day, I'll blame me for getting myself in there
Mhm.
without doing the research.
Right. Right. And like I say, excuse me. It's just it's unfortunate, but you live and you learn.
Facts.
And and hopefully you don't be stupid the second time or the third time, because
Hell no. Like you
that's
see,
just
I choose my
mm,
panels wisely. I research people's panels before I even hop on a panel. If I don't feel comfortable, I don't get on it. I don't get on the
right.
beef. Like I said on Barbie Girl Trina's, that when I got on, now look, listen, I'm not into the beef, but I do get into the roasting and the joking as long as there's no disrespect. I could take that.
Mhm.
Who can't?
Well, I ain't
Like,
gonna say too much on that, but it's just,
but
you have to do what's best for you. And I like to go places where I don't have to fight all the way through the darn chat. So,
no, I never listen. As many
some
times I've
places I
been
ain't
there,
going.
as many
Mm-hmm.
times I've been on the panel, that was the first time that ever happened. After all these years, because when that whole situation happened, D covered it. Damn, D covered that, John. And shout out to Damn D, because everybody was telling me that he's gonna bring me down, he's gonna bash me. Da, da, da. He actually did. He had respect, and to this day, he doesn't even bring it up, and I respect him for that.
Oh yeah. And the thing about, that, it could be if you associated with certain people, then that's when those on those trolls that go, that change their avatar, their name, that could be watching you rock with certain people that they don't like, then sometimes you can get trolled that way too. Because if
Yeah,
they haven't did it before until recently,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
Like all this shit is weird. Like all this shit's happening now, 3 years later. Like we're about to hit 2025. All this shit was popping off
right.
like towards the what? It happened in 2022 to me. Like at the
Mm-hmm.
end of 2021, in the middle of 2022. Like I ended the bullshit New Year's 2023. Like after
Yeah.
that, I said fuck everybody, and I stopped watching so many people and stopped supporting. I'm left with y'all. Like when people were like, "What's in this sector?" I still watch Selena. I still watch Empress. I still watch the Mill Ticket. I still watch Nate the Great. I watch The Word. I watch Realist.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
from? There's a lot of
Right.
good content creators that come from these beef channels. And I'm not saying they're from the beef channel. What I'm saying is they be on the chats. So you do find a lot
Right.
of people surfing through these channels and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I don't belong to one sector. Like I'll be in so many
Right.
sectors. That's how I meet so many great people. Like if the content creator respects me, I'm supporting. Like
Mm-hmm.
the chat is the one that really, boom, 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 boom. And that's when like a lot of shit do start from the chat though. That's why I don't pay attention to a lot of people from the chat.
Yeah, and that's true too. Like I said, but the content creator sets the atmosphere as well.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's another factor. But you have to remember, and I'm not gonna just put it on me, but you've
Yeah,
been on
facts.
my live, right? And people that don't like you, me, watch my chat. They see who's in my chat,
Hold
right?
on, Miss Selena. Hold on one second. Let
Mhm.
me let me answer. Who was that? Commander, even if I don't say too much, like I never came on here trying to say too much because I had to speak on the situations and reasons why I'm bringing out the petition and that. So I spoke on my son's story, obviously. I've been very professional on that part and stuff. I ended up speaking on my story. my story, how I survived and stuff like that. Didn't know that I was going to help a lot of young ladies, which I did, which motivated me even more, and I kept going with that. So shout out to Be Encouraged and the other women that came on my panel. Angel Hatton, they spoke on their stories too, and they motivated other young ladies. Thanks to them, and I know it because they're out here and in person. I speak to them face to face, like so. Shout out to them. But at the end of the day, my life is out there because I got one foot in politics, one foot in the streets, and the stuff that I'm dealing with. My life is out there. So all they gotta do is just look me up once they figure out who I am. Is curtains, but I have nothing to hide. Like I tell everybody, nothing to hide.
Mhm.
Nothing. I'm not scared of
Mhm.
shit. That's why I'm not scared to speak up. My thing is I stay quiet because people cannot handle an opinion. And people cannot
Yeah.
handle somebody disrespecting their freaking disrespect. And I top it.
Mhm.
So I stay quiet. And I like that's what my elders taught me. Like at the end of the day, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But people keep poking and
Right.
poking to the point where, okay, you want to hear what I really feel and what I really think, here you go.
Exactly. And yeah, and see that's kind of how I am, Rachel. I'm like that too. I try to let things. I'm kind of one of the people. I let things kind of just go on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then until
Like
the
you don't want
point
the
where,
truth. Like you sure you
yeah,
want the truth?
yeah, to the point where I pop off and people like, ooh, but I'm like, listen, this is what you wanted, right? This is what you wanted. You wanted
Yeah.
this type of reaction because you keep being disrespectful to me, and I don't know you. I don't know you enough for you to disrespect me and call me all types of bitches and cement booty and all this kind of weird stuff. Like I don't know you,
Yeah, because I keep
and
telling
I
people, look,
think
I could tell you what I view of you, but I could
yeah,
tell you how I feel about you too, and how I feel you're not gonna like. Like, let's just be real.
exactly.
That's all. Like, yo, Miss Selena be speaking facts. That's why, yo, I don't stop watching Miss Selena. Like, I know why she started, but at the end of the day, how she started was crazy. Left her actually with a positive channel, whether people
Yeah.
keep it or not, because she speaks on women's topics. She speaks on mental health, men's rights, women's rights, relationships, a lot of stuff, and it gets
Right.
good and spicy sometimes. And
Yeah, and that's why I said, like I said, they thought that they were gonna break me, just like with your situation. Maybe
nah, I won't.
she didn't think. Maybe some people don't even know what they doing. I mean, they know what they doing, but they don't know why they're doing it. Let me just say that.
And that's
Uh,
backwards.
but they think sometimes people be thinking they are breaking you, or they're just making your life miserable. Actually they're refining you, and that's what your enemies have to realize. Why you think you doing this towards me and saying these type of crazy stuff, you're actually refining me to
Yeah,
be better and better and better, to
I'm
the
telling
point to where you're not going to even exist to me.
you,
you know
facts. Listen,
so yeah.
my old heads taught me one thing, and it took me a minute to realize it until I bumped my head. Turn your pain into motivation. So whatever pain I feel, whatever hurt I feel, guess what? I turn that shit to motivation. So instead of going, lashing out anymore and bashing, I started doing poetry. I've been doing poetry since I was 15, stopped for a while, especially after my
Mhm.
mom passed away. But then, like, I
Oh.
tell people, shout out to Miss 504 because I don't know what it was. I was watching her. I was writing, taking notes on what she was saying about her story. Then I made a poem out of it and posted that, John, and people liked it, especially on TikTok. I was like, oh, I was
Mhm.
like, damn, I didn't think that I was going to motivate a lot of, because it was a poem of, the love of a mother for her child. And it drew the attention of
Mhm.
a lot of mothers that lost a kid. And I was like, damn. And then the moms was like, why don't you write a book? Why don't you write a book? I was like, everybody keeps saying that since I was a teenager. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, yo, shout out to Miss 504.
Mhm.
And now I gotta fix my
Mhm.
book though, because rushing to publish that book, I think I got 2 pages where I got run-on sentences, and I peeped that John a month later after somebody's like, "Oh, we're
Mhm.
gonna publish it, but you got a write-on sentences on 2 pages." I was like, "Damn, I don't even know how to do this because I self-published."
Mhm. Yeah,
So
like I
I'm
said, but
trying.
I didn't want to hold you long. I just wanted to let you know you're definitely not alone. I have been through that. I went through it before you did. So
I know what
Uh,
you've been through. Like, trust me. I just like look. Listen, I know what a lot of people go through on this app, but it's not my job to speak on it. People got their own platforms and they speak on it. Who am I to talk
yeah,
on somebody's business?
when they see fit, because some things is just not worth speaking on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's personal.
Um,
Like if Miss Selena wanted to talk on it, or she wanted me to talk on it, especially when she would have said, Rachel, go ahead, speak on it. But no, our conversations ain't even about that. We spoke on feminism.
uh-huh. And I told you how I remembered you. When you were on another somebody else's platform, and it was after I stepped down off the platform, and the things that you were speaking um was all facts. Unfortunately, people, it went right over people's head for the most part. But I heard everything you said, and and I felt like maybe you were sympathetic with what you were saying at the time. And when
Yeah,
I was just trying to get a truce or resolution, it's just like it couldn't. The person didn't want it, and they still don't want it. They want to
yeah.
continue to keep talking about me and things of that nature. So,
Sometimes,
unfortunately, go ahead.
sometimes you can't help those that don't want it. Like they may seem like they want the help. They're saying they want the help, but they really don't want it because they not.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how to explain it or put it into words, but an old head taught me that. Like for real, like, and it's crazy. Like, it took me to be what when I met my baby pops, my daughter's father. I was 21. My
Mm.
his father passed away when I was 24, going on 25, and that's when I was already with like how can I say? Me and him was having issues because of the drug issues that he was having, and I didn't know how to deal with the situation. But her father was picking me up and teaching me shit. So it's kind of crazy how, you know, I've been blessed my whole life and I never noticed it. That's the real. That's the like. Oh, it's hard to put it to words. Like you never realize that you've been so blessed, and so damn you kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could have been. I keep telling people like I've been lucky. I shouldn't even be here. Like I was suicidal. I've been all this. Like I shouldn't even be here, but I'm here for a
Right.
reason. And I keep telling people like when I was younger, I never thought I would make it this far because of crazy shit I used to do, just so that I wouldn't be here. And I hear so many people say all that, you know, God, God's keeping you alive for a reason. You're here for a reason. At times I ask, what is that reason? Because it's like nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to really
Yeah.
make a change in this world. Like it's like we're fighting alone.
Yeah. Well, sometimes even though it may not seem like your life is worth anything, or you're not making any waves, a lot of times things are happening in the spiritual realm, um, way before they happen in the physical. And what I mean by that is some of the things that um, you have been wanting to see done, and the things that the good seeds that you have sown in your life, and how whether it was a seed of encouragement, you gave somebody some type of hope. Because whether you know it or not, I'm pretty sure it's people that you don't even know you've touched them to the point where they wanted to unlive themselves, but you in some type of way talked them off the edge. Or somebody that was just having a bad day and you were just nice enough to smile at them. Those things come back. It might not come back when you think they should, but they'll definitely come back when you really need it. And so things always happen in the spiritual realm first before they manifest naturally. And we just don't know when. So it's always good to sow good seeds and to keep doing what you're doing, even when you don't feel like you're making waves. And I'm going to be honest with you, there is some people that want to hear positive content